Welcome back. If you haven't got a cuppa, grab one. We're going to tuck into this read and see what is going on for the divine masculine this week. Now, I really thought it was interesting that this was occurring, so much so to the point I was like, okay, let's have a look at the astrology. We do have that frequency of Venus already in the house of Aries. Mars is in the house of Cancer. It is set to go shadow direct, which can be causing these kind of feelings emotionally to be extremely heightened. Now, we have Mars going station direct the 24th of February. Venus moved into Aries the 4th of Feb. What else do I need to tell you? And of course, we have Mercury in Pisces. Something was coming up with karmic as well. And I was like, and I did mention Pisces. I was like, oh, North Node Pisces. And again, we will have that moon in the house of Pisces on the 28th. So it is going to be a new moon at 9 degrees. We'll tuck into that a little bit later. So I can see the reasons why collectively within our doing energy, within our vibrational energy, within our co-creative energy, and within our shadow, we're all going to be feeling this. And it's coming up as the crowning energy for divine masculine. They're in the fair-based frequency. Now, doesn't mean they're freaking out. They could be. But I think it's more an internalized frequency. It's hidden, it's kept closed, but it's intuitive. It's like, am I freaking myself out? Is there something unfair? There's a vibration? Let's just say there's a vibration. Now, when it does come to the overall balance, I'll move these around. Didn't completely have them in a good order. We have, like I said, the crowning energy. We've got the fairs coming up. And this, for all of us, like I mentioned, is going to be quite natural. It's affecting their vibration. This can be in their day-to-day routine. It's like they're trying to keep themselves busy. They could just naturally be extremely busy and feeling quite burnt out. So my advice would be, especially if you're a divine masculine watching this or within your masculine energy, if you are getting overwhelmed, when you have 5, take your shoes off, put your feet to the ground, get grounded, drink fluid. Probably get a filter this year. Over the next 18 months, I would probably, if you could, filter your water. North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, making sure that, you're looking after yourself. Nervous energy is very, very possible. We're looking at the past. We see this person, again, it's almost like, in the past, it was like, oh, I'll just go with the flow. I'll see how it goes. Now they're realizing they're having to. They're having to go through this wave. We're all going through this wave. We are coming out of it. But even within the co-creative energy, this individual this week is really closing themselves off and worried. There could have been, for those of you in communication, something that cropped up that's caused this. Again, don't go into blaming yourself if this is so. It's how the person is receiving and dealing with the current dynamics at the moment. I don't feel it's a permanency. I do feel this person is shaking it off. They're in awareness of it. Let's put it that way. They're also feeling, and this is really interesting, they want to be able to be with a person that understands them, that welcomes them in, that accepts them for who they are. So sometimes this can be shame, embarrassment. Is the person going to like my quirky side? Are they going to like my style? Do they think I'm good at what I do? It's the intimate energy. So there are some insecurities here. They could be taking some things to heart. They also could be just in a vibrational setting, feeling not up to par, just not themselves at the minute. Yeah, a lot of cross wires. Misunderstanding and like almost feeling like, again, I just keep getting this feeling, especially if this person's in a karmic relationship, they're not feeling the chemistry with this person. If anything, the dynamic could be extremely intense. If they are separated after that, it's the cause and effect of it. They're not feeling it with the karmic. Now, are they worried the same is going to happen with divine feminine? No, I don't think so. I think, if anything, they're just frustrated at the time it's taken to release the situation. And again, those that have been in communication, some old fears can be resurrected. And they can be really misunderstanding things, but it's actually teaching them inadvertently how to be independent, and that, there doesn't have to be a punishment. Say, if you're busy or you have a job to do or there's a misunderstanding, it's creating that safe space to be able to have disagreements without it getting heated. And I think, it could be that, for those of you, if there has been something that's gone a little bit higgledy-piggledy, PM and go, look, thinking of you, and just keep it really short and sweet. It can reiterate to this person, hey, let's just not get it twisted. Everything is okay. Separately, those of you that aren't in communication, this person is going through a bit of a tit at the moment with things, and they are really stressed about a lot. You may psychically pick up on this. And again, they're really, they're getting anxious about reunion, wanting to be, again, very firmly, they're saying the chalk and cheese of life. And what do I mean by that? Definitely saying what they don't want, definitely knowing what they do want. It's very, very matter of fact here. There also could be a feeling that they're having that the divine feminine is actually blocking them, is preventing them, is distracting their, how do I put it, is pulling things down. Having to really face their shadow in this. For some, I do believe this also can be, and I'm going to come back because they're like pulling me back now to the top. For some, this could have been a breakdown of a karmic cycle. It may be, oh my God, have I done the right thing? I've just pulled the pin. This person's getting vengeful, especially if they are dealing with karmic and they do have that nature in hand. They were aware that this was coming. They also did, over the last few weeks, what was really coming up was they were really looking at that and going in circles. It's like a rat in a cage. Cause and effect is we can assess the risk. We can know that we have to proceed at some point and then proceed, but know that there will be the variables of the unforeseen and the seen. This person did know that this was going to come about in a certain way. They're also very protective of you. They're concerned that there can be some backlash and that this can directly impact your connection. And having to kind of face their shadow. It's almost like self-critiquing. It's like, God, how did I get myself in this situation? There is the outcome card, Goddess of Rage. Now, could this be divine feminine? It could be, but I will come back and we're going to clarify because I'm getting two. I'm getting one, a storyline to do with the karmic, and B, it's almost like they're thinking about the feminine. It's like, oh my God, are we seeing eye to eye? Is it going to be okay? Or it's directly concerning this breakdown in a karmic cycle and it directly impacting the joint connection. They do feel you are getting irritable. They do feel you're getting frustrated with the circumstance. That is an overarching energy. Okay, what are these fears about, friends? What do we need to know? Yeah, it can be to do with their life, trying to pull things together. They're also worried that they're dropping the ball, that things aren't coming together. Getting scared about some of the actions they're taking, even though they're excited at the same time. They're sort of like freaking out, like, oh my God, did I just do that? Yeah, they felt they were surrendering for too long and, giving up the things that they felt were important to them. And they don't want the conflict any longer. They weren't feeling the chemistry within karmic cycles. It's just it got old. It didn't feel their spiritual essence. It didn't feel Nothing is ever perfect, and I don't think necessarily they're looking for perfect. I feel they're looking to be accepted, but also they have been learning to accept themselves. Yeah, this is where they're leveling up and they're like, no, I'm older than this. I know better than this. This isn't enough. This isn't who I am. I can't be with someone that I'm not in love with. I've been living a lie. I've been living a lie. And the maturity factor is something as well. They could have been really, really desiring to contact you and to talk to you, and they felt this also was a hindrance with this third-party energy here in the mix. Now, the third-party energy also, in a reflective sense, could have been the past. But for some, this could be a work situation. It's like it's really interfering with the flow. It's taken them a while to actually get their life back on track. That also has caused concern for them. They're nervous. They're like, buckle up, soldier. Oh, okay, challenge taken. They're not wanting to be rejected. It's like they're getting this second burst of energy that is very, okay, I'm going to do this. Let's do this. And I do think they do something in a very spur of the moment, even though it's something that they've thought about for a very long time. They're very worried about you. They know things have taken a long time. Their concern is that unless they tidy shop, it could be too late. Okay, if there is a fight or a misunderstanding, then my guides are saying, hey, hear this person out. Hear this person out, because I do think there's a shift that they're going through. And I do feel the karmic cycle's being kind of kicked to the curb. Now, it doesn't mean to say there's not a cleanup. Don't get me wrong. But whatever a blockage is, this person's actually taking steps. This person's ready. This person wants you. But those in communication, there especially could be a vibration where, your deep frustration of maybe because you've heard it so many times, you're just not believing it. I think on this occasion, it's actually legit. We will check in with this energy next week. Don't forget to click the subscribe bell and to like with the like button so that you can get the updates of our content next week. Take care.